I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee?
So this is the basic meter console of this Royal Enfield Continental GT. In the left hand side you can see this is the pass switch, this is the upper tipper, this is indicator, and this is the horn. Horn is absolutely brilliant. On the other hand you can see this is the ignition switch, and this is the self start button. So let's hop on into the motorcycle. So as you can see that I'm riding Royal Enfield Continental GT650. So the first thing what I notice about this is the purely cafe racer, because the handlebar is towards the no, you have to lean towards the handlebar to ride this motorcycle. Let's adjust the mirror first. Okay, so let's start. So having said that, it's a pure cafe racer. So as you can see that you have to lean towards the handlebar to ride this motorcycle, and the foot pegs are a little bit in a center side. So as a result, what happened that you should expect a better handling in this motorcycle. And the first noticeable thing what I can feel that there is no vibration at all. Obviously you can expect from a twin cylinder engine, that too in a BS6, this kind of refinement level or zero vibration. The vibration and the same thing what I feel in Interceptor 650 as well, and also the different I feel that in Meteor 2. Now I'm giving the acceleration, and the acceleration is absolutely spot on. It doesn't feel, or it's not lagging anywhere in terms of acceleration. Okay, it's giving the sudden punch. So now actually I was trying to release the handlebar to see that it is having the same handle wobbling issue or not, just like Interceptor, but it was not. So while I was crossing this speed breakers, I can literally feel them because of the stiff suspensions, and front and back both suspensions are a little bit stiffer side. So now as you can see that I'm taking this U-turn, and how comfortably I can do, because the road is very narrow, and I can easily take this this U-turn from this road. And to be honest with you, I can literally feel the weight of this motorcycle, and the curb weight of this motorcycle is 198 kilogram. After fueling it up, or maybe adding this the engine oil, obviously it will be near about 210 kilogram. And I literally can feel the weight while I was taking U-turn, or maybe while I was taking it out from the parking. But after riding this motorcycle, I don't feel the weight as such. And if I'll talk about the handling, just now you saw that how easily I maneuver this motorcycle within the car and the auto, which is not advisable at all to do that, but it just what he's trying to do. Okay, so now I can see that now I'll talk about the acceleration. It is absolutely brilliant. Okay, and trust me, I have to be very careful while I was riding. While I'm riding this motorcycle, because you know the exhaust, I like the way it designs. I don't have any problem, and also I like the exhaust note too, because everybody actually is noticing me because of its growl of the exhaust. But the positioning is a little bit odd. It is going towards outside, so you have to be very careful in each side that whether it will gonna hit the other vehicles or not. Okay, so yeah, in every bump, every speed breaker, I can literally feel in my butt or waist, and also in handlebar too because of the stiffer suspension. If I'll talk about the street maneuverability, in terms of handling, this motorcycle is good. I don't have any problem, but again, I'm telling you that you have to be extra careful for the exhausts. Okay, if it would be a single exhaust, then it won't give any problem. But yes, you have to be extra careful. So you can see that how easily I can manage this motorcycle. But yes, I just want to tell you one thing, that when you start riding this motorcycle, you have to adapt yourself, because before you ride any Royal Enfield motorcycle, doesn't matter that what will gonna ride, you have to be extra careful, and you need to think about this, that you are going to ride a bloody heavy weighted motorcycle, so you have to be extra careful for that. And now I have to overtake this. Oh, whoa. Oh my goodness, I just saved. You know what happened? I was giving the hard acceleration, and due to which what happened, my tire got spinned and I was about to fail. Oh my goodness. Royal Enfield, please yaar, give this any first of all, I would suggest you that if you'd give any kind of traction control or something like that. Whoa, I just saved by inches. It's not advisable, I know it's my mistake, but if you are riding bloody 650 engine, then this kind of safety measures you should have to give Royal Enfield. So I know that I was wrong, I shouldn't do that, and it is not advisable either. But yes, Royal Enfield, if you are listening, you have to make this motorcycle a little bit safer. And the switches are a little bit okay, but the indicator switch is a little bit hard, especially this motorcycle. I don't know why. So let's go back to home, and I'll discuss some positive and the negative aspects of this motorcycle.
So today I'm going to give you the review of the Continental GT650. So I'm going to discuss some of the points, as you all know, that what is the good thing about this motorcycle and what are the things which personally I don't like it, and should you consider this motorcycle or not in 2021 or not. Okay, so before I start the video, I just want to tell you one thing, that please subscribe my channel, that is the Bangalorean Bong, and hit the bell icon so that you will get the earliest notification, and also comment in the comment section after watching this video that whether you like this video or not, and if you want to give any kind of suggestion, or if you want me to ride any particular motorcycle, so please write in the comment section as well. And you can follow me on Instagram, that is the Bangalorean Bong, and as well as my Facebook page, that is also the Bangalorean Bong. So without any delays, let's start the video. So the first thing what I like about this motorcycle, obviously, that is the weight. So technically the weight of this motorcycle is near about 198 without the petrol, but yes, after fueling it up, maybe it will cross 200 kilogram. So what is the benefit you will get out of it? Obviously, if you are riding this motorcycle for in a highway for any Sunday ride or anything as such, this motorcycle will not disappoint you, and you will get the confidence while you are riding in a highway. So first thing what I like about this motorcycle, and that is the heavy weight. Now the second thing what I like about this motorcycle is the vibration. So mainly you know that Royal Enfield are mainly known for its vibration, that duk 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 sound and the vibration in the handlebar, seat, foot pegs, everywhere. But in this motorcycle you will not get that. Like it has the same engine like it is Schefter 650, and you know you will not get any vibration in this motorcycle. That's the best thing what I like about this motorcycle. So now the third thing what I like about this motorcycle, that it comes with twin cylinder engine. So obviously if I talk about the vibration, then obviously I need to tell you about the refinement. So being a twin cylinder engine, so obviously you can expect that kind of refinement from this motorcycle. What I especially like it, okay, because I never ever think about a Royal Enfield motorcycle without any vibration. And Royal Enfield, I don't know how they are managing. I keep on saying that I don't know how they are managing to make this kind of revolutionary motorcycle in this segment. And trust me, I really love the way the refinement level of this motorcycle. Now the fourth thing what I like about this motorcycle is the sitting posture and as well as the handling, because as you know the sitting posture and also handling, it depends with each other. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Okay, so when I hop on into this motorcycle, so I have to lean towards the handlebar to ride this motorcycle. But what is the benefit you will get out of it? That if you are hitting any busy traffic, you can easily maneuver this motorcycle, so you will not get any problem. And that is the thing which I like about this motorcycle. And trust me, when I was riding this motorcycle and encounter the traffic, I don't find any difficulty, and I can easily manage the motorcycle. Okay, I know that this motorcycle is a little bit heavy, but still I can easily manage this motorcycle because of its handlebar position and also the sitting posture. Now the fifth point what I like about this motorcycle is the exhausts. First of all, I just want to tell you about the design element, okay, of the exhaust, because if you are looking at the behind, I feel like that the exhausts are looking just like a bazooka. Listening the exhaust note of this motorcycle, it was pretty brilliant. Okay, yes, there are lots of exhausts are there, performance exhaust. You can install Gursevok, then Red Rooster, AEW. There are lots of options you can get for this motorcycle or Interceptor. But I just want to tell you that again, that it is not advisable to install any performance exhaust because of the RTO rules. Okay, and you have to follow, because some point of time I have seen there are lots of Royal Enfield owners, those who are changing the exhaust, but it gives a irritating sound, okay, and which personally disturbed me a lot. So it is not recommendable to install any performance exhaust. But now the sixth thing what I like about this motorcycle is the design element. Trust me, I personally like this design element of this motorcycle, and I always says that the design one thing which is subjective, may you like, may you not. Okay, so for this motorcycle I just want to tell you that it is unconventional motorcycle. So it has a very sleek petrol tank with a sleek seat, and also you have to lean towards the handlebar, having a spoke wheel. And this kind of feature what I like about this motorcycle, to be honest with you, because Cafe Racer motorcycle is one thing which is completely unconventional. And also if you are riding this motorcycle in a busy traffic, everyone will look at you that what kind of motorcycle you are riding, because it gives you the complete nostalgic feel with a modern technology. So that's exactly what I like about this motorcycle. So another thing what I like about this motorcycle is the gear and as well as the brake. Okay, trust me, the gear shifting is absolutely brilliant. You will not get any kind of false neutral while you are switching the gear. And if I talk about the brake, so obviously the brakes are working absolutely spot on. It has a great bite, but yes, these brakes are a little bit expensive. So yes, obviously nothing is free. So bahut ho gaya positive baatein, and now I will discuss some of the things which I personally don't like it about this motorcycle. So let's get started. So the first thing what I don't like about this motorcycle, and that is the weight. Wait a sec, you might feel that exactly the heavy weight I was liking, because I have already mentioned in the like part. Now why I'm telling about the dislike. I'll tell you, I will explain you. If I'll ride an Interceptor, okay, having this kind of weight, I can manage. But if you are riding a Cafe Racer, having this kind of weight, you will feel struggle. Why? First thing, I just want to tell you that it has a massive engine, and the second thing that you have to lean towards the handlebar. As a result, the maximum weight of your body towards the front side, and the back there is no weight. Okay, so what is the problem? You will get it that you personally feel that this motorcycle is going out of your hand if you are giving the hard acceleration. I was overtaking a truck, okay, that time I was giving a full acceleration, and that time my rear wheel was spinning and my bike got disbalanced. So probably you can see that this motorcycle will be near about 175 to 180. I think this will be the perfect weight for this kind of motorcycle if you are riding a Cafe Racer. Okay, and this is the first thing what I don't like it. The second thing what I don't like about this motorcycle is the exhaust position. So if you're looking from the behind, I don't have any doubt this motorcycle is one of the best looking motorcycle from the behind as well, because as I have mentioned that this exhaust are pretty much looking like a bazooka, but this exhausts are going towards outside, and as a result what will happen that if you are riding this motorcycle with in a busy traffic, you have to be careful because of this exhaust. Okay, and that too in a both side. You have to look in a both side that whether everything will be the perfect or not. You have to be extra careful for this exhaust, because obviously it will be a heated, and you will hit anyone if you are riding this motorcycle with a busy traffic. Okay, and it may causes obviously accidents. Okay, it will damage the other person's vehicle or maybe the leg. Okay, so you have to be extra careful if you are riding this motorcycle in a busy traffic. Because of this exhaust, you have to be extra careful, because if you are taking it in a parking, or suppose if you are park this vehicle in a tight parking, then you will feel or you will struggle a lot to take this out. For the first thing, that for the heavy weight, and the second because of the unconventional way the exhaust was placed. Now the third thing what I don't like about this motorcycle is the meter console. Is very basic. Obviously for a Cafe Racer, this kind of meter console, it's fine, fair enough. Okay, but I just want to tell you one thing, that the problem is with the fuel meter. Okay, because it is not that perfect. Trust me, while I started riding this motorcycle, that time it was showing 3 dots, but after riding near about 5 kilometer, not even 5 kilometer, it starts blinking. So I cannot trust that how much petrol I have into the petrol tank. So yes, and the problem is having in each and every Royal Enfield motorcycle those who are having digital fuel meter. Now another thing what I don't like about this motorcycle is the seat. Okay, I know this is a Cafe Racer motorcycle, so it is supposed to have a sleek seat, but trust me, the foam quality is very low, and as a result, obviously after riding near about 50 kilometer, or maybe it depends again, for 50 kilometer or 70 kilometer, you will feel the pain on your butt and also in your waist. Now, who can consider this motorcycle? So I just want to tell you that there is no lots of options in Indian market for Cafe Racer. So those who are looking for a Cafe Racer motorcycle, this motorcycle is the perfect for them. Okay, but again, I just want to tell you one thing, this motorcycle is good for Sunday rides, or if you are taking it out for office, considering the fact the office is not more than 10 to 20 kilometer away from your home, then this motorcycle is good for you. But if you are a long tourer, then this motorcycle, I don't think so it's a wise decision to take this motorcycle. Okay, I personally feel this motorcycle is better than any plastic beauties, because if you are having the personality like riding this motorcycle with a denim jeans, with the riding boots, and as well as the black leather jacket, and also beard like me, or like the half helmet, though it's not recommendable to wear a half helmet, But if you are riding this motorcycle with this attire, everyone will look at you, because this motorcycle will grab the attention, and on top of that, your the personality or your era will give you the extra mileage towards it. Okay, so that's the reason what I like about this motorcycle. Okay. So now the promotional part of this video, and which is the last part. If you like this video, you can give a thumbs up button, and if you don't like this video, you can give a thumbs down button as well. But whatever you're gonna do, please subscribe my channel, that is the Bangalorean Bong, and as well as hit the bell icon so that you will get the earliest notification. And please follow me on Instagram, and that is the Bangalorean Bong, and as well as you can follow me on Facebook page as well, that is also the Bangalorean Bong. And please comment in the comment section if you like this video, and if you are going to buy this motorcycle in 2021 or 22 or not. And yes, I just want to tell you another thing that I have seen, or I have observed, that so many people are not subscribing my channel. So please, if you like this video, please do subscribe it. And also, if you want that me to review any particular motorcycle, so please comment in the comment section, or you can write me on Instagram as well. I will try my best to get it arranged for you and ride this motorcycle, and I will give my honest opinion about it. So yes, finally I have to take a sweet alvida from you guys. So till then, take care, bye bye, have safe ride, and bye bye.